Welcome to Daily Papers, the podcast where we break down the most interesting new research papers into something you can actually understand.
Today, we're looking at a paper that sounds like something out of science fiction. The title is AIBuildAI, an AI agent for automatically building AI models.
Right, so an AI that builds other AIs. It feels like we've skipped a few steps in the tech timeline here, but the core problem it's trying to solve is very real. Building a high-quality AI model is incredibly difficult, time-consuming, and expensive.
Exactly. Think of building a top-tier AI like trying to build a Formula One race car. You need a whole team of specialists. You need an architect to design the car, an engineer to build the engine, a mechanic to tune it perfectly, and a team manager to make sure they all work together. It's a huge, complicated process.
And that's what developing AI is like. It's not just about writing code. You have to design the model's structure, prepare the data, and then endlessly tweak dozens of tiny settings called hyperparameters to get the best performance. A single wrong choice can make the whole thing useless.
This complexity is a huge bottleneck. It means only big companies or specialized experts can really build custom, high-performing AI. There have been attempts to automate this, a field called AutoML or automated machine learning. But those tools usually only automate one small part of the job, like tuning those hyperparameters. They can't handle the whole process from start to finish.
And that's the gap this paper from researchers at UC San Diego tries to fill. They didn't just build a better tool, they built an entire AI team. This is the core idea behind AIBuildAI.
It's a really clever approach. Instead of one giant know-it-all AI, they created a system of specialized AI agents that work together, just like that Formula One team.
So let's meet the team. First, you have the manager agent. This is the team lead. It looks at the problem, say, build an AI that can identify different dog breeds from photos, and coordinates the whole project.
The manager then delegates tasks to its specialists. First up is the designer agent. This is the creative strategist. It looks at the data and the goal and comes up with several different game plans. It might suggest, let's try a well-known architecture called a ResNet, or maybe a newer vision transformer would work better here. It creates the blueprints.
Once the designer has a plan, the manager passes it to the coder. The coder is the hands-on engineer. It takes the blueprint from the designer and writes all the actual computer code. And crucially, it also tests and debugs the code to make sure it runs without errors.
And finally, once the code works, it goes to the tuner agent. This is the performance specialist. The tuner takes the working model and runs it through its paces, tweaking all those little settings, the learning rate, the batch size, to squeeze every last drop of performance out of it. It's like the mechanic making tiny adjustments to the engine to shave milliseconds off the lap time.
So the manager agent oversees this whole process. It can run multiple strategies at once, in parallel. It might have the designer come up with 3 different plans, give them all to coders and tuners, and then look at the early results to see which car is running fastest.
And it's dynamic. If one approach isn't working, the manager could scrap it and tell the designer to come up with a revision. It's a feedback loop that mimics how human expert teams work, but all happening automatically inside a computer.
Okay, it's a great concept, an AI project manager with its own team of AI designers, coders, and tuners. But the big question is, does it actually work?
That's what the researchers wanted to find out, so they put AIBuildAI to the test on a really tough challenge called MLE Bench. You can think of MLE Bench as the AI Olympics. It's a collection of difficult tasks taken from a platform called Kaggle, where data scientists from all over the world compete.
So this isn't some simple textbook problem. This is putting AIBuildAI in the ring with challenges that have stumped thousands of very smart humans. And how did it do?
It came in first place. On the Kaggle MLE Bench leaderboard as of March 2026, when the paper was evaluated, AIBuildAI ranked number 1, outperforming all other existing automated AI systems.
Wow, okay, that's impressive. What does first place actually mean in this context?
It was measured by something called a medal rate. In Kaggle competitions, if your solution is in the top percentile, you win a virtual medal. AIBuildAI achieved a medal rate of over 63%. This means that on a wide variety of real-world problems, it was consistently producing solutions on par with highly experienced human AI engineers.
And it wasn't just on one type of problem. The paper shows it excelled at everything from image classification to understanding natural language to analyzing structured data like you'd find in a spreadsheet.
That's what makes this so significant. It's not a one-trick pony. This hierarchical team-based structure allows it to adapt and solve a whole range of complex AI development tasks, from the initial idea all the way to a final deployable model.
So, what does all this mean for the future? Are AI engineers out of a job?
Probably not yet, but it does point towards a huge shift. This could democratize AI. Imagine a scientist who wants to build a model to analyze their experimental data. Today, they'd need to hire an AI expert. In the future, they might just describe their problem in plain English and have a system like AIBuildAI build a world-class model for them.
It lowers the barrier to entry, so you don't need to be an expert coder to leverage the power of custom AI. This really could accelerate progress in so many fields, from medicine to materials science.
Absolutely. This paper shows a clear pathway towards a future where building powerful AI is broadly accessible with minimal human intervention. It's an AI that can build AI, and it's already competing at the highest level.
A fascinating look at what happens when AI stops being just a tool and starts becoming the tool maker. That's all the time we have for this episode of Daily Papers.
Thanks for listening. Join us next time for another dive into a paper that's changing our world.